Good afternoon. Welcome to Channel 8 Sports and East Brunswick High School girls basketball. Hi, I'm John Meggiolaro with Jim Allinder and Phil Hill for today's East Brunswick Sayreville game. And Jimmy, we just saw the girls the other night against Stevens. They looked awesome.
They are doing it, and they are putting it together. And isn't this the right time of the year for East Brunswick to be putting it all together? It seems like in the earlier games that one or two of the girls would come to the fore and play that exceptional game that's been able to carry them. Against this opponent this afternoon, Sayreville, they probably could afford to get away with some subpar performances and still, overcome that situation. But we're going to be coming to the time when the GMC tournament starts and the state tournament begins, where they're going to have to bring it up another notch. Coach Reggie Carney is a master at getting his teams prepared mentally and physically for that, bringing it to the next level. We've had good, consistent play, a lot of confident play, and the thing that sticks out in my mind about this East Brunswick team is that the maturity of Courtney Bloor, Katie Whalen, and Colleen King, the triumvirate, if you will, really seems to be bringing him over the top in games against quality teams. That fourth quarter requires a better effort and stability. They've been able to do that, and it's a positive to look at and something that they can bring in the future.
All right, and as we turn over to the Sayreville team, Phil, they come in 6-5. Tell us about them.
6-5, and they're coming off two good victories, one over Perth Amboy, the other over North Brunswick. Those victories qualified them for the state playoffs, so they're feeling pretty good about themselves. Quite frankly, though, the last time they played the Bears, they lost 68-38. The Bears were only leading by one at the half and just took over the game. Lisa Smith is a realist. She wants her team to improve and get better. I don't think she really feels they're going to beat the Bears. They want to play well and get ready for the states and the counties. However, she is a protege of Reggie Carney, played for him 4 years, won 4 championships under Reggie Carney, and quite frankly says she's learned everything she knows about basketball from Reggie Carney. So this is a teacher-student type thing, and it should be an interesting game.
Well, it should be interesting. As Jimmy mentioned, we're starting that road down to the playoffs, to the championships. We'll see how the Lady Bears do this afternoon. So stay with us. We'll be back with the tip-off in just a moment. Well, good Saturday afternoon to you. We're bringing you the East Brunswick Lady Bears this afternoon. East Brunswick against Sayreville. Bears come in 13-1. Sayreville is 6-5 as we start this game off with East Brunswick in control. Whalen looks in the corner. There's King. She's got the shot, and she's got it. Three-pointer. No hesitation.
Yeah, you talk about the confidence factor of those three players that I mentioned beforehand. You'll see it today. Watch for a lot of defensive intensity from East Brunswick as well. They play very, very well against a team that does not handle the ball well, and Sayreville does have that problem.
Well, one thing you notice right away when you're looking at Sayreville is they do not match up size-wise with East Brunswick. Rather small team in comparison.
And right away, it's the same old hat. The intense pressure that the Bears will put on you will force you into turnovers. That tough man-to-man defense.
Phil, Sayreville has a couple of people out, do they not?
They have a couple people that are sick. One of their senior, Kathy Drost, is out sick, and a few others who don't play quite a major role.
King's three-pointer just short off the rim.
And it's an interesting strategy, and it's a luxury that East Brunswick can afford to take against a team like Sayreville is, let's start out shooting outside. We don't have to penetrate if we don't have to.
Breen brings it up quickly.
And they'll launch them. You watch.
And they'll move it around the horn. King by herself underneath. Bloor on the follow-up for the basket.
And the Bears with some pressure right now.
I like this number 11, Dana Feltz. That was a walk, wasn't it?
That was almost a walk.
Yeah. She's a good athlete for the Bombers. And there's another
double
turnover.
dribble.
And the thing about it, we talk about intense pressure. It's not like the Bears have really turned up the pressure.
Right.
And Lisa Smith was worried about that. She said, our team has to keep our composure. If we don't keep our composure, we'll be in trouble. We must handle their pressure.
King with the ball. Bears on top, 5-0. First period action. Cross court to Breen. Whalen will take a three-pointer. Yes, all net.
So Bloor, King, and Whalen all have points.
8-0. East Brunswick so far
Well,
making it look easy.
When you know you're better than a team, you come out a lot more relaxed. Last 2 games against Bishop Bar and J.P. Stevens, the Bears were tight early on. Right now, they're rather real loose, real confident, real calm.
Good move inside by number 11, Phelps.
Yeah, she's a good one.
She was fouled. Foul's going to be called on number 25. That's Colleen King.
And Dana Phelps is a good one. She comes in this game averaging 17 points per game, and the last game she played had 22 points and 19 rebounds against North Brunswick.
And she makes it a 3-pointer, so it's 8-3 now.
All right, guys, I have a question from Bloor and Whalen. One of those was a 3. Do you guys remember which one it was?
Whalen.
Okay, so 2 threes by East Brunswick.
Breen in the corner. We'll give it back out to King. They move inside to Hansen. Looks for Bloor. In the paint, she puts it up a little strong.
Oh, wow.
Looks like Phelps was caught in no man's land there.
And Sayreville having a hard time getting the ball up court as Whalen on the drive.
Good move.
Makes it 10-3.
There's a trap.
Alako, and she's fouled.
And I tell you, looking at this team, I tell you the difference between them this year and last year. They're a lot more mentally tougher and stronger too. Katie Whalen just driving in like that, just completely in control. And if you're going to stop me, you got to foul me. They're just a lot stronger team right now.
Phelps gives it to
Physical.
Bouchard, number 44.
I think the coaching prowess, the ability, the whatever it is that Reggie Carney brings to this team really shows in a game like this.
Bouchard looking. Now she'll bring it out. Alako now trying to set things up. Sayreville's down 10-3. Bouchard gives it back off. And Alako off the rim, rebound Bloor.
It's a shot, even though it was far out, they got to take.
Quickly down court, Breen gives it back to King. They'll move it around the circle. Whalen inside, Hansen by herself. All net.
I think they're 4 for 5 from the field.
Timeout. Coach Smith for Sayreville.
And you don't blame her.
5 for 5, 5 for 6 from the field, I'm sorry.
All right, let's listen in to Reggie.
Right. A little bit like Piscataway, right? They're matching and switching. All right, so just remember, on anything we run, as they switch, then just come to the basketball, okay? On the press, we're about this close to getting stuff from behind, so just remember, they get through a defender, they get through a trap. Good, quick kick in the butt, get it from behind and go down the floor, right? I said it, Kristen. If the shot goes up, let's say by Colleen or Kristen on this side, make sure you're on the other side rebounded. Like I'm saying, Katie took one, somebody else took one. There's nobody over there. The guards can have a field day picking up rebounds on the weak side. Come on. Hustle. 1, 2, 3, hustle. Way to pass that.
Okay, perhaps the biggest thing that came out of that huddle talk is that Reggie Carney is sort of under the weather, just about losing his voice, and he admits that slight cold. He's not feeling very well. Nevertheless, he's here doing the job.
Phelps will inbound for Sayreville. And Hansen comes up with the steal. Quickly, King bounce pass,
Nice
but
steal.
Bouchard comes in to steal it. Looking inside for Phelps. She makes a nice save.
Should have a break.
Whalen now looks down, has King on the wing. She'll bring it back out to Hansen across. Whalen looks underneath Bloor on a little turnaround. Not this time. Rebound Sayreville. Bears on top 12-3 with 3:45 remaining here in the first period.
Okay, Vasquez coming down with that rebound.
Phelps under pressure and is fouled. And loses her sneaker. Second foul on Colleen King.
And Phelps is busy trying to put on her sneaker right there. And she will go to the line to shoot 2. And Dana Phelps, just a junior, she will be back next year.
And as I mentioned, good athlete, participates in field hockey and softball for the Bombers.
Well, you can tell she's the main clog of this Sayreville team, at least this year. Misses the first. Our score is 12-3, Bears on top by 9. First period here from East Brunswick High School. We'll make it 12-4 as King will bring it up court. In fact, Phelps has all the scoring for Sayreville.
Flash, court, flash. Yeah.
Breen from outside. Not this time, but Bloor has it stolen by Phelps, and she's called for the foul.
I'll tell you, I thought Phelps had ball there, but
looked good.
Official right on top of it.
Jimmy, as we look at Courtney Bloor going to the line, we just found out there was a new schedule addition just before the game.
Yes, Reggie Carney informs us that next Saturday, right here, and a 7 p.m. contest are actually immediately following the boys' game versus Perth Amboy.
Right.
Red Bank Catholic will be coming in. This is Carney's desire to schedule the best teams possible, and Red Bank Catholic has 4 losses this year and is a quality opponent and just the right opponent to sharpen up East Brunswick.
Bloor misses the foul shots, so the score remains 12-4. Bouchard takes a long one, 3-pointer, off the back of the rim, right to Whalen.
And here comes the Bears.
Katie brings it up. And we'll give it back to King. They'll set up Bloor inside.
Back and forth.
Just good movement of the ball. Very confident.
Breen, by the way, had 4 threes in their last victory against Edison.
Bloor left-handed, a little strong.
Vasquez again with the rebound.
Whoops, watch the back court.
And stolen by the Bears. Across the Bloor.
Too strong.
Got away with a walk on that.
Dana Phelps coming down with the rebound, and Bombers have to keep their composure, try to get the ball across the end and get into their set.
And on the line, it'll go over to East Brunswick.
There's a fine defensive play by Courtney Bloor, who will take a rest. And we have 2 players come in, John.
Nyree Anderson, number 31.
And may I have this honor, Letitia Papania. And I thank the 75 people that came up to me to tell me how to pronounce it.
East Brunswick on offense once again. Clock running down, a minute 50. Anderson is called for a travel.
And that depth that the Bears have, Reggie getting ready for playoff time. He knows what his team can do. They are the team to beat in Group 4. They're the team to beat in Middlesex County.
Phil, one thing that I noticed in the previous games that we've done against opponents such as Bishop R, J.P. Stevens, Piscataway, Reggie was not inclined to substitute as much.
Well, in the tougher games, quite frankly, Jim, you're going to leave your horses there. Your veterans in there a lot longer and whatnot. And you got to be able to run down the stretch. They've had a long season. They practice very hard, and the bigger games, naturally, the veterans are going to be in a little bit longer.
Another turnover by Sayreville gives the ball to East Brunswick, and a basket that time by Nikki McBride makes it 14-4, Bears on top.
And McBride, just the sophomore, and she's going to be an integral part of this team next year.
Bouchard driving. There's Phelps underneath and makes the basket.
And I'll tell you,
touch.
good
Nice
movement
touch.
by the Bombers.
Right.
Phelps with 6 points. All 6 points for the Bombers.
Bears go back into that half-court offense. No real pressure from Sayreville. Breen off the rim and off Sayreville. And Whalen and Bloor will come back in. King and Breen take a rest.
And I tell you, Kearney has so many combinations, I mean, that he can put in there, and there seems to be no drop-off.
Bloor out on the point, something you won't see too often. Now gives it to Whalen, who will drive. Looks inside for Courtney. Should have taken the shot.
Bouchard
puts it up. Well, no one but Phelps has been hot for Sayreville.
And Bloor with the big rebound.
Whalen from the outside, three-pointer off the rim. Anderson gets it back out. Looks inside the Bloor. Good play that time. Whalen to Bloor.
Can't get better movement than
I'll
that.
tell you.
Whoops.
And that'll do it. So the end of one here at East Brunswick High School, and the Bears are on top 16-6.
Not a bad quarter overall for the team. Good at distribution, even distribution of scoring with Courtney Bloor 4 points, Colleen 3, Katie Whalen with 5, Amy Hansen 2, and Nikki McBride 2.
All right, let's listen in to Reggie.
All right, the only thing we got to be a little bit leery of, all right, I said to Kristen, we're pressuring Tara. All right, you've got it. Tara's got her head up. She can see Kristen. Kristen's coming this far, and she's just throwing it. And everybody's got to rotate. Now, Kristen, stay closer, but when you see Tara coming down here hard and she can't see you, then just jump and attack her, okay? All right, same group that started. Now, listen, on that press, let's go into a little bit more deny. Put some hell into it. All right, come on. Defense, 1, 2, 3. Defense, come on.
Well, Reggie Kearney talking about turning it up a notch. I don't know that he needs to, but
Look out, Sayreville. Because you got your starting 5 in here, which is the unit that plays with the tough defensive intensity. I guess we're going to see it here, Phil.
You think about it, not only on the ball pressure, but off the ball pressure as well. I mean, they're clearly one of the top defensive teams in the state.
So Sayreville will start it off this second period. They trail 16-6, and they've had a difficult time.
Here it comes.
Phelps being pressured, gets it off.
Good rebound.
Phelps on the follow-up. And the massive bodies with Bloor coming down with the ball. Quickly, King gets it down to Breen. Inside the Bloor, she turns. Little hook, yes.
Oh, wow.
How about that right-handed hook?
Well, how about Courtney Bloor coming down with the rebound, running the full length of the court, getting down there just in time to get the basket to come up with the baby hook.
There's almost a turnover, yes.
Saved by Bouchard, but it went right to Breen. Shot by Breen, hooked the glass.
Not quite the shot you want there. Nonetheless, Kristen gets in the scoring column.
Well,
but
she can shoot, as we pointed out, had 24 points against Edison.
20-6 now, Bears by 14. Phelps, the only factor thus far for Sayreville. She gives it off, a long shot that time by Varquez.
Colleen's out in front here, a little too long.
Woo! And Colleen King going up like a wide receiver, almost coming down with it.
Pick up.
So the Bears pretty much having their way both on offense and defense.
All right, they have a 3-on-1 here if they can use
Varquez
it.
looks underneath. That's Allwell will bring it back out, gives it to Phelps. Allwell will take the shot, makes it.
Okay,
2. Yes.
Someone else scores.
20-8 now.
That was a fairly nice movement there by the Bombers.
King now slowing it down. They're going to set it way out. Whalen, Bloor comes out. She's at the point. Little give and go, and a basket.
Wow. And Brianne Vasquez was charged with the duties of covering Courtney Bloor. Not happening.
Well, the fact of the matter is, you look at Courtney Bloor. We haven't seen anyone play the center spot any better this year.
Not even Jen Clemente?
Not even Jen Clemente.
Okay.
And,
Phelps is fouled by Hansen.
and you bring that up for a reason, don't you, Jim? We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Bombers down 22-8. They have the ball. 5:40 remaining before halftime. Shot by Phelps off the rim and grabbed by Bloor.
Bloor is getting everything off the defensive boards.
Watch her set up low. And they may be looking for her again.
Whalen inside. Bloor gets it back out to Whalen. She drives, puts it up left-handed. Yes.
Katie Whalen, who is the leading scorer for East Brunswick this year, 221 points coming into this game.
Just a super confident offensive force.
And I don't know how you feel, Phil, but I'm surprised that she turned out to be the leading scorer of this team. That was not her role.
Another turnover by Sayreville.
Well, Jim, not at all. I think Reggie Carney has pointed out she's done everything we've asked her to do in any role that we've had her. We needed her to score this year, and that's exactly what she's done. So she's turned it up and become a very good one.
Bloor on the rebound, makes it 26-8.
Great hustle and great steal.
Another
by Kristen
turnover.
Green.
King now to Hansen. There's Breen by herself. She'll put it in the paint, looks for Bloor, who gives it back out to Whalen. What ball handling here?
Oh, mercy.
That went in.
And a foul is called on Feltz.
No, I think they might have East Brunswick on this one. Yes.
You're right, Jim.
They get Courtney.
And Sayreville's going to call a timeout.
And I'll tell you.
Phil, we look at the Sayreville bench and Liz Smith, and while maybe they're down in the game, you can see the fundamentals. You can see the Reggie Carney approach to basketball.
Exactly. Well, Lisa Smith, again, a fine ball player for Reggie Carney, played on 4 state championships at Hoffman High for Reggie Carney. As I said at the top of the game, everything she's learned about basketball, she says she's gotten from Reggie Carney. Her practices are pretty much the same as what they did while she was at Hoffman. And she knows it's a formidable task for her to come in here and try to beat the Bears. But she just wants her team to get better as they go on. 13-10 last year, 6-5 thus far this year, and she wants to keep improving as they go on. And she will. She's a good one.
Jimmy, we've talked often about the basketball program in Sayreville, or lack thereof, really.
Right. I was just thinking about that as Phil was going through that. You read my mind. On the agenda now is to reinstitute a freshman program, which I think would go well. Sayreville's budget provided for either a middle school program, 7th and 8th grade, or a freshman program, and the athletic administration over there felt it was important that they introduce basketball at an early age, thus the 7th and 8th program came into fore. But they're going to try to get the freshman program back, and it would do Sayreville well.
Bloor to Whalen, and left hand there.
I'll tell you, just a fine move by Katie Whalen.
And they're racking up the points now. There's another
Green
steal.
with the steal.
And King is fouled underneath.
And she's fouled by Bouchard, I think.
That's a familiar name, Phil. Tara Bouchard.
How many Bouchards are there in that
you
town?
know, Bouchard's a name for, well, actually she didn't commit the foul. Feltz did, but
Okay.
Bouchard's a name you associate with Sayreville, like Pazinko you might with East Brunswick, or Taylor with Perth Amboy. It's just one of those family names that are good athletes.
And Phil and Mike, former football players. Mike, of course, went to Rutgers.
Right.
I believe he's an assistant football coach, as is his brother.
Colleen making the second one. Our score now 29-8. The Bears by 21. 4 minutes remaining before halftime.
Oh, wow.
And a steal by McBride this time.
Tremendous pressure.
Bloor now with it, takes it to the length of the court, gives it to Whalen, who gives it back to Bloor. A little spin. Oh, she was stolen that time.
And reached over the top there. Courtney Bloor.
Should be her second foul. So she and Colleen King both with 2 fouls.
Well, thus far it's been the Courtney Bloor show, both offensively and defensively.
And the Bears have turned up the pressure again. They have some full court pressure here, and Reggie's getting them ready for tournament time.
Feltz having no one to go to. Finally gives it to Alaco. Looking for Feltz. She's nowhere to be found, as East Brunswick's defense really has the Sayreville team stymied.
Phil, you were talking, John, you were talking about state tournament time. We were talking to Reggie Carney before the game, and apparently the Bears, because they have that one loss against DePaul.
That's 2.
Who was that scored?
Alaco scores to
Okay.
make it 29-10.
Apparently East Brunswick will probably do no better than a second or third seed.
McBride.
3-pointer.
Makes it 32-10.
And that's 5 points for McBride.
Right, you have Steinert, Hamilton West, I believe that is, the old Steinert, which is undefeated in Mercer County, and they have not nearly played the schedule that East Brunswick has, yet the state, as it usually does, turns a face on those types of things.
Steal by Whalen. Here she goes.
Oh, a crossover dribble, and ooh.
This is the layup.
That was a nice one. Whoops, thought she got away with a walk.
Lure, saved by McBride. Everything going East Brunswick's way.
And Jim, you were pointing out earlier about Reggie Carney, the difference in him and a lot of other coaches. Reggie doesn't care who he's playing and doesn't care what your record is. He's coaching the same way. He's not going to let you slouch off and play sloppy.
Anderson's in, Papania, and Breen comes back in for East Brunswick. Malaco with the rebound. And Felt somehow comes up with the ball and is
Good
fouled.
rebound. Who are they going to get here?
Anderson with the foul.
And Bob DeLonzo making the call there.
Who's he?
Just a pretty good referee.
Okay.
So Feltz, who's contributing about 98% of the scoring today for Sayreville, hits from the foul line. And we're going to have a possession going to East Brunswick. So 2 minutes remaining here in the second period. Bears on top, 32-11. Bears come in 13-1, and as we said at the top of the show, looking really to get themselves in tourney shape, as they say. King off the front of the rim.
Should be a fun Greater Middlesex Conference tournament.
And Anderson.
Well, Anderson with a good block. Anderson, you might remember, take a good look at her, was the manager of the football team, dedicated manager of the football team through rain, sleet, and snow. Just threw a side body block that
Marcus would be happy with.
Marcus would be very happy with.
In fact, Marcus needed a few of those, or a few more. Bouchard at the line makes it.
And Miss Bouchard is a good ball player herself, averaging 13 points per game, and she's just a junior. She'll be back. She had a big game against Perth Amboy where she scored a career-high 27 points.
So she makes both to make it 32-13. Minute 40 remaining before halftime as Breen takes it straight up. Gives off to McBride. In the corner to King. And they'll slide around a bit. Breen. Off the rim. Kept alive by King. Malaco, however, comes down with it for Sayreville. Bouchard will take it. Short.
Good
King with the rebound.
help.
Quickly down to Breen. Layup miss. Follow-up miss. But it'll stay East Brunswick's way.
Okay, Papania going to the boards, putting it up, couldn't put it down.
Whalen coming in for King.
And Colleen gets a round of applause. Well deserved.
McBride sets, fires, long, however. Save. Whalen drives. Not this time. Follows up and makes it.
And Katie Whalen shooting more with the left hand.
She has 11 points to lead the team.
Than we've seen her in some time. Ooh.
In and out. Pretty far out.
Okay, Anderson
by
with the
Bouchard.
rebound.
Whalen quickly. McBride loses control. Anderson comes up with it.
And gets
Makes
two.
the bucket.
Nairi Anderson.
5 seconds remaining. And then, so it's halftime here at East Brunswick High School. The Bears comfortably on top 36-13 against the Sayreville Bombers.
And doing what they were supposed to be doing, and that's playing with good defensive intensity. The big players coming up. Katie Whalen has 11 points. Courtney Bloor has 10. And the rest of the scoring is evenly distributed as well.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the start of the second half action in just a moment. Well, we welcome you back to the second half of the East Brunswick Sayreville girls basketball game. And the fellow you see on your screen, if you don't know him, you really haven't been around East Brunswick High School athletics or the high school itself. That's George Pinfield there, the fellow with the glasses. And George Pinfield was originally came here, was a football coach, and more importantly, one of the great educators, really, that I've ever known or had the pleasure of knowing in all my years. And more importantly, what a real, true gentleman, and
John,
what a great guy.
You've always talking about him as a coach. How good a coach was he?
George was one of the best line coaches that East Brunswick ever had, and it was a shame that he decided to give up coaching there early on. But you could talk to people like Harry Morris and people of that ilk, and they'll tell you what kind of coach George Pinfield was.
Suppose he played with Fran Tarkinen as well?
George played football with Fran Tarkington at the University of Georgia, and if you ever get a chance to sit with George and talk to him about those days, he has some interesting stories. Really knows football, really knows football.
Well, he may know football, but he's really known for his debating
That's right.
teams, I tell you.
That's right. And I don't know if he still is. He was formerly head of the science department here at East Brunswick High School. Someone who you could go to and really get some help. I mean, he was that concerned about the students, about the athletes, about the school. It's really nice to see George up and around. He's had some trouble of late with his health the last couple years. But if anyone is a fighter, it's George Pinfield, and it's good to see him.
Okay.
Well, Jimmy, you have some scoring highlights.
Yeah, well, we'll quickly go over them. As we mentioned before, Katie Whalen has 11 points to lead East Brunswick scoring, followed by Courtney Bloor. Courtney Bloor with 10 points. Colleen King has 4. Kristen Breen 2. Amy Hansen 2. Nikki McBride 5. Nairi Anderson 2. And Dana Feltz has, of the 13 points, she has 7. Tara Bouchard has 2. Stephanie Alaka 2. And Beth Allwell 2 points.
Well, we're ready to start this second half. And Phil, I mean, there's not much that Reggie, I'm sure, had to say at halftime. But what if you're Lisa Smith?
Lisa Smith, still you want to regroup and you want to get back out here. She's playing for a team she's going to play down the road. She knows it's she's not going to beat this team. She knew she's going to have a difficult time coming in here. But nevertheless, she wants them to stay sharp. She wants them to execute.
And you did mention Sayreville did qualify for the state tournament.
Yes, they have.
Sayreville in the gray. Shot by Vasquez won't go. Feltz on the follow-up, but King pulls it down.
Sayreville meeting the February 1st cutoff for qualification.
Breen, a little sidestep, not this time. And
Which was
Bouchard.
I was going to say, which was unfortunate for the East Brunswick boys because on February 1st they had played only 12 games and had a 5-7 record. It was quite unfortunate because in the last week they have won 2 games and are now 7-7. And if the NJSIAA had been a little flexible and allowed 1 week due to the long string of inclement days that we had, the Bears would have qualified, and I think they belong. They really do.
Whalen with the ball, gives it out to Bloor. She turns on Feltz, puts it up, but is fouled by Feltz. That's her 3rd.
Which will be a problem for the Bombers.
Jimmy, the dates when tournament play starts?
I don't have that information in front of me, John. Maybe we can get that, but we do have to go through the GMCs. Okay, I have it here. The GMCs will start February 16th with preliminary games, and as we mentioned, that's going to be a no-brainer. East Brunswick will no doubt get the top seed in the tournament, and there will be all teams eligible regardless of record. So unless they receive a first-round bye, they could be playing the 30th seeded team. I would not want to be at that game. That'll be a tough haul. but things get progressively tougher as we go along. And I was asking Carney about who the likely semifinalists would be, and you have to think that Bishop Bar is going to get the number 2 seed, and then the 2 other teams that we've seen, Piscataway and J.P. Stevens, depending on what the teams do, will get the 3rd and 4th, and that's the team that East Brunswick will probably meet in the semifinals. And if there's any upset possibilities, that would be the one. But barring no upsets, you can look at Bishop Bar and East Brunswick in the finals at the over at the RAC in Rutgers.
Our score remains 36-13. Bloor missed 2 free throws down at the other end, and McBride comes in for Breen.
If anybody is interested in that, it looks, well, you know, this is interesting right here. It has the GMC semifinals will be at Rutgers as well. I was not aware. Usually Middlesex County College is when they have the semis. Now both the semifinals and the finals will be at Rutgers.
That's for the boys anyway, Jim. Let's,
you know.
Let's see for the girls.
Okay, you're right. It is. We were looking at the boys. So the girls on February 24th will be at Middlesex County College. That's usually a Sunday. And then the finals will be on the 26th at Rutgers. It'll be a 1 p.m. game. And the Group 4 state tournament will start a couple days thereafter.
Feltz at the line makes the first. Foul was called on Hansen. Her second. So our score is 36-15. Bears comfortably in the lead. 6:11 remaining, 3rd period. Whalen drives, has the lane, and in and out. Tough break that time.
And Feltz with the rebound.
Feltz doing everything for Sayreville.
And again, she's a good ball player. Needs a little help.
Alako
Good
gets
save.
back off to Bouchard. Bouchard puts it up
Yes.
and makes it. Quickly down, Hansen underneath, can't control it, and stolen by Sayreville.
Yeah, East Brunswick rather relaxed at this stage of the game.
Alako will take the shot. Long, Whalen with the rebound. Here she comes, straight down, gives it off to King on the wing. King pulls up and brings it back out. McBride now will shoot it. Just short. Gets her own rebound, keeps it going. Looking for Bloor inside, stolen by Feltz.
Good steal.
Alako for Sayreville. Looks for Vasquez.
Colleen King is on Dana Feltz. Usually picks up the toughest defensive assignment.
Alako.
No foul, huh?
No, hit from behind. No
They missed
whistle.
that one. And Lisa Smith.
And Reggie wants a timeout.
Okay, Lisa Smith was vocalizing her opinion on that one.
Let's listen in to Reggie.
Right. We need more pressure down here. We're getting beat off the dribble. Down here, we've now gone 4 minutes without scoring. What's the point of being out here? We're not playing defense down here, you're just lollygagging. Play defense, for God's sakes. Get in somebody's shorts and steal the ball. Down here, let's get into it and get going. Come on. Score, 1, 2, 3, score. Come on, come on.
Okay, just a reminder by Reggie. Listen, we're here to play ball, and I still want you playing ball. 4 minutes without scoring doesn't say a whole lot.
And his voice is steadily going downhill.
But, you know, if you players, you can say that kind of stuff. They know what the score is. They know they're in complete control of this game. And regardless of what you say, sometimes it just gets away from you. He wants to get them refocused and get their intensity level back up.
Well, interesting. Lisa Smith was kind of working the official during that timeout. And nice pass to King, just missed by Breen. Follow-up Bloor. But we haven't pointed it out this year, but there's what they call, I guess, a bench rule or seat rule. You must stay seated or it's a technical foul.
I think it's, I got strong opinions about that rule.
You don't like it, do you?
I don't like it
I don't
at
like
all.
it either.
First of all,
yeah.
It's a type of sports. There are people that take it out of hand, and if so, call the technicals like you should. But as a basketball coach, you got to get up, you got to ventilate and whatnot. I think you're gonna, what you're asking for is people to keep it in, sit on the bench, and that's just about impossible.
Assistant coach Marianne Lewis for East Brunswick has tried to get around that by
Yeah.
using a roller chair.
Someone said to me it was the John Samoji rule, but I don't know how true. Bloor with the rebound, and she loses control of it. Still alive as Vasquez comes up with it for Sayreville, showing a little speed, but no basket.
And the conditioning for East Brunswick is demonstrated there by Sayreville not being able to get down as quickly.
Inside to Bloor, underneath, she spins.
And blocked.
And blocked by Bouchard, but a foul's going to be called.
And again, you look at Courtney Bloor, and we've talked a lot about her this year, but why not? She's done a yeoman's job. She has been one of the leaders here, clearly the best center that we've seen this year, and taking her skills on to Marist College, and she's going to get better.
Courtney having a little rough time at the line today, but having an overall outstanding game.
She's up to 12 points.
Misses the second.
And she's 0 for 4 from the line tonight. East Brunswick not enjoying a good, of course they've only had 5 shots. 6, I'm sorry.
Bouchard for Sayreville. She will take the long one. Short. And Hansen will give it to Breen. Our score is 38-17, 3 minutes remaining, third quarter. Bears came in 13-1, Sayreville 6-5. Bloor, nice reverse, just won't go. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. Bears 14-1.
And Bouchard with the rebound and bringing it down court and tied up by Bloor.
A little bit of a personal duel between Courtney Bloor and Tara Bouchard.
Well, that's what Reggie said he wanted, a steal. Let's see some of it.
Sayreville retains possession. No, I'm sorry, East Brunswick.
Go with East Brunswick.
And Courtney Bloor's been holding her head a little bit. I don't know if Reggie's picked up on it.
Looking for Whalen
Good
underneath. And she shows the little hook. And it goes this time.
You know, it must run in the family. We've seen her brother go up with the good hands and make a catch. She went up with nothing but hands there, pulled it down, and came up with the little baby hook.
There's a trap.
And a block there by Whalen. Deflected goes to Breen. She's looked inside, too crowded.
Bouchard around the back, huh?
Yeah, showing some ball handling skills. They got to get it across.
Pressure is intense, I tell you.
Hansen with
Utterly
the steal.
intense.
King loses the handle. Feltz comes up with it.
They can execute a 2-on-1 here. No.
Bouchard pulls it out, puts it up, short. Feltz. We got a foul call. Foul is on Hansen. Her third.
And a host of substitutes. 5 new players. Let's see who we got here, John. We got Anderson, Papania,
Oriel.
Jill Kinney.
And McBride. Bouchard off the rim. Sayreville keeps possession. Vasquez, yes.
Brianne Vasquez.
First 2 points.
40-19. She's just a freshman.
Yeah,
Kenny gives it to Anderson.
I remember her mentioned as a quality soccer player for the girls, and I can see her athleticism. I wasn't aware she was a freshman.
Well, there she goes now.
Vasquez, a little short on the layup. Anderson with the rebound. Kenny.
Ooh.
And she's hit from behind by Bouchard.
Well, that's a tough call to make, really.
And Jill Kinney, take a look at her. She's been doing a yeoman's job with the JV team. A lot of these younger players you see in here play good, solid ball with the JV team. That's why they're brought up.
First appearance for Sayreville's Jackie Kane, number 32.
Kenny driving, looking. Looks in the middle for Anderson, knocked away. Phil, is this a young team for Sayreville?
This is, but it is a young team. I tell you, you take away...
No, I'm sorry.
Matter of fact, you got Feltz as a junior. Bouchard's a junior. Alico's a sophomore.
Only Kathy Droz
Atwell's
is
a
the
junior, and Kathy Droz isn't here. She's out sick today.
So this is
and
a
Brianne
underclass.
Vasquez is a freshman, so they are a young team, John. They'll be back. Everybody on the floor there will be back.
Phelps to Alako, off the rim, rebound Kenny.
Well, one thing you can see, this is a team that's well schooled in fundamentals. They may be overmatched. There's a steal there by Bouchard, and that has to do with Lisa Smith.
Alako now will give it to Bouchard. She's been taking most of the shots this half. She puts it up again.
It's 3 air balls in a row.
And Alako is on the line, so it'll go over to East Brunswick. Someone has to take it out for the Bears. Oriole will do that. Kenny to McBride. McBride saves it.
Woo.
Papania gets
I'll
in there,
tell you,
keeps it going.
A lot of bumping.
And McBride somehow gets a handle, puts it up. Oriole follows, won't go. And Sayreville on the run.
Brianne Vasquez, she knows what she's doing out there.
Yeah, she puts it up. Rebound, Papania. And East Brunswick with 4 seconds left to Anderson.
And it's good.
And right at the buzzer. So at the end of 3, it's East Brunswick 42, Sayreville 19. Not much you can really say. Obviously, East Brunswick's dominated, but
Yeah.
I like what Lisa Smith is doing with this team. She's showing them that fundamentals are needed, that in the long run, they will help this team. They're a young team. Phil, you know, we've all been in that situation where you kind of take your licks.
Right.
But you could be looking at next year, and this team could be a force.
She was the conference coach of the year last year, so obviously has some respect from her peers. But as she's, as I said, a protege of Reggie. She's doing a lot of the same things she was taught by Reggie, and she's got young players, and they're going to come around. I think the biggest thing is the feeder program, starting them a lot younger in Sayreville than they do right now. But she's done a solid job, and again, just to get them to the States again and where she can show her stuff. The good news for her is that, they did qualify for the States. The bad news is that it may be like last year. They qualified the States and had to meet East Brunswick in the quarter round where they got beaten quite badly. But this is all grist for the learning mill.
Well, certainly she was tutored by one of the best, and it's interesting. Even her demeanor on the side during the huddles is very controlled. My guess is very much like Reggie's, and that is from a teaching perspective. And we'll have a possession, and it'll go to Sayreville. Oh, I'm sorry, East Brunswick. So we start the last quarter here at East Brunswick High School. The Bears on top, 42-19. Looking to get themselves into tournament shape. Jimmy, as we look at the rest of their schedule.
Well, from the regular season perspective, we did mention that next Saturday will be that game versus Red Bank Catholic. But on February 8th, East Brunswick will travel to North Brunswick for a second meeting against the Raiders. And then we'll be home here to Ewing, I believe, on February 12th, followed by another intersectional game by Middletown South on February 14th. That'll be a 7 p.m. game. The Ewing game, February 12th. Maybe that's not. Is that next Saturday? Because maybe that's
yes,
the game.
is.
That's the one that's been canceled.
Right.
Okay, and replaced by Red Bank Catholic. I should have qualified that.
Whalen takes a shot as Reggie brings out the starters.
And the Middletown South game will be on Monday evening.
Whalen puts it in. 44-19.
And that's going to wrap up the home career, the regular season careers for the seniors on this team.
Okay, 15 points for Katie Whalen.
Shot that time is good by Alwell. 44-21. King brings it up to Whalen. Looks inside to Bloor. Low give and go. Whalen 3-point land. Yes.
Second three-pointer of the afternoon.
18.
You got it, 18 points.
Sayreville having to take outside shots all day, unable to get anything going inside. Feltz.
And Feltz is, I'll tell you.
She's impressive.
I'll tell you, 11 points for Feltz. And here comes Whalen, a good
Whalen
pass.
to Hansen. Yes.
Oh, good swish, good dish. Good dish, good swish.
49-23. Bears by 26. Clock down to 5:50. Hansen knocks it away. Alako puts it up, however, right to Bloor. Courtney looking quickly to Whalen. Nice move to the hoop.
Mercy. And I'll tell you, 20 points. She had 19 points the last time she played this team. She scored 15 of them in the second half, and is pretty much doing the same thing here.
Timeout, Sayreville.
Okay.
Lisa Smith's seen enough.
You know, they were starting to get carried away there for a while.
And I'll tell you, again, a lot of the younger players going to get a chance to play down the stretch here, I believe. But again, the Bears are the team to beat in this tournament. They've already beaten Piscataway twice, beaten J.P. Stevens twice, beaten Bishop R. Everybody will be gunning for the Bears.
Jim, when we look at the bigger tournament, that being the state tournament, how do you see East Brunswick stacking up?
Well,
some tough competition there.
Yeah, I started to mention that because of Hamilton East, Hamilton West being undefeated in Mercer County, they will likely get the #1 seed. The Middletown South game will be pivotal because Middletown South is a Group 4, and whoever wins that game will probably get #2. And if they are seeded #3, East Brunswick, Carney was moaning the fact that J.P. Stevens could turn up to be the 10th seed. I don't know how he has factored in everything, but apparently the coaches do these types of things, and he does not relish the opportunity of playing J.P. Stevens, what could be a 4th time if they meet them in the GMCs.
King with the rebound, quickly down court, looking for Breen. She's got it. Layup, yes.
Boy, that was well controlled by Kristen Breen. Great pass.
Breen just 4 points here. I told you, coming off a 24-point performance against Edison. And Reggie said, I asked about her scoring, and Reggie said everybody's been able to pick it up and score at some time. I asked whether he's going to expect Kristen Breen to score more now that you're getting down to the tournament time, and he says things are fine the way they are. Somebody steps up each time.
That was
King
a nice
finds
find.
the lane.
Wow.
Left-handed.
Found the
tell you.
lane. Found the lane.
And Colleen King, we think of her as a defensive specialist, but she's had some games where she scored 21 and 19 and 16 and so forth. She knows how to score. Just a fine move there.
She knows her role on this team.
Double dribble. Things are starting to fall apart a little bit for Sayreville now.
John, what I like about East Brunswick is the invaluable experience they had last year in getting as far as the state finals, the
Right.
Group 4 finals, where they succumbed to Linden, the eventual state, Group 4 champion, obviously. But won in the Central Jersey Group 4 finals over Piscataway.
Oh, wow.
Moore
J.P.
puts it up.
Stevens.
Excuse me, Jim.
Yeah,
Moore
go ahead.
puts it up and is fouled.
And that's just exchanging 2 points for 3 points. She put it up, missed the first one, went up for the rebound, put it back up, and she was fouled. So that's 2 for 3. An opportunity anyway. And she's 0 for 5, I believe, from the foul line.
That she is.
Feltz gets it down to Alwell for the bucket. And it's 57-25, 4 minutes remaining in the game.
13 points for Feltz.
Yeah, that was Felt scoring, was it not?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
King, she's fouled.
Jump ball, they call.
Whoa.
Okay.
And what's the call here?
They're saying it was jump ball possession to East Brunswick.
And Courtney Bohr comes out with a well-deserved hand, and so does Katie Whalen.
Two
and,
top scorers of the
they
day.
Done their job today, that's for sure.
Katie Whalen getting more and more confident with her her role as a scorer this year,
It's
as
just
well
going
as
to be a
play
big
handler.
plus tournament time, because that mental toughness I talked about, and physically tough as well, and that's going to make the difference in the tournaments, having someone like Katie Whalen in crunch time.
Well, East Brunswick showing today they could play a half-court game or they could run with you.
I always like to measure these types of performances versus the quality teams that they're going to be facing, and this today certainly did not bring down their level. It was a confidence builder.
Okay, Anderson with the rebound.
Oriole drives, and they're going to call it
down.
Another jump.
Jump ball. It goes to Sayreville. King comes out.
Okay, also
Nice performance by her.
I'll tell you.
And Liz Cannon comes in. So it's Anderson, Cannon, McBride, Papanilla, and Oriole for East Brunswick with 3:13 remaining in the game.
Whoops.
Right through Cannon's legs.
Does Reggie Carney have a shoe contract with Nike?
Well, I think it's the girls. It's a nice looking look. First of all, it's again the no sock look, but the black sneakers.
Whatever happened to socks? Did I miss that somewhere?
Well, they actually have socks. I mean,
I
I
know.
go through this with my son. They have socks. For some reason, they don't want them shown, and they're low. They're down there. And if you look at the college, it's sort of copycat of what's happening on the college level. At first, it's something to be different, but now that everybody's doing it, I don't know if it's so different.
I don't know. I woke up one morning, no socks. Kids weren't wearing socks anymore. McBride keeps it alive. Cannon looking for the baseline. Will bring it back out. Inside Anderson. She spins. Puts it up.
Ooh,
off the
Anderson.
glass.
Nairi Anderson, a good, strong move there.
And she has 6 points.
59-27. 2:15 remaining. Bears by 32. Alaco shot is wide. Rebound. Oriole.
Oh,
Looking for McBride.
Okay, a little too strong by Cannon.
they'll watch that on the films.
Cannon with that cannon arm there. Just a little too strong.
Reggie said to her, "What are you doing?" She says, "No, I know." Clock down to 150 now. Papanilla with the rebound to
Bouchard felt
McBride.
she was fouled.
Oreo looks in the corner. McBride inside
Good
to
movement.
Papanilla.
Ooh, and it's blocked.
Blocked by Bouchard.
She's feisty like her brothers.
And a fumble. And the ball will go to Sayreville.
And fumble recovered by Bouchard. Feisty like her brothers. You're right. Great football players over there at Sayreville. Tough, hard-nosed players.
Well, she has the same competitive attitude. I noticed she was skirmishing with Nairi Anderson before.
Bouchard showing some ball handling skills. Vasquez. Clock ticking, 1 minute left in this game. And McBride comes up with the turnover.
And rightfully so, brings it back. She's looking for Oreo in the lane, but Sayreville player came up.
Inside, Anderson. She goes right to the hoop with it.
And I'll tell you, this
Toughness.
is her highest point
Eight
performance
points?
to date. 8 points,
Yeah.
Nairi Anderson. And if you're Reggie Carney, you like to see the production
Oh, yeah.
from the young lady because you're going to need substitutes, and they got to be tough and ready to play coming off the bench.
Shot is good by
Allwell.
number 34, Allwell.
So she has unofficially 10 points, mostly on outside shooting. She's looked very good.
And we're down within 5 seconds now of this game. McBride, no foul's going to be called here.
Thankfully, they do not call a foul.
And so the Bears prevail 61-29.
Actually bettering the margin that they had in their first game, 32 points. But a good effort, and as we said earlier, you want to look for positive improvement, positive movement from this team, and that they accomplished this afternoon.
And East Brunswick has got a few tough games coming up. We mentioned Red Bank Catholic. We've talked about Middletown South, I believe it was. All coming right before tournament time. But East Brunswick improves its record to 15-1. Sayreville goes to that 500 level of 6-6. And Phil, any final thoughts there?
No, just the fact that we've gotten used to it now. And Reggie Carney, ever thinking while other teams would be ready to rest on their laurel, he wants better competition as he's getting ready to go to the tournament. One of the reasons for Red Bank Catholic. And when you're tough and when you're one of the top teams, you can do that. And they're doing it, and they've done it successfully in the past, and it's going to pay off for them.
All right, again, our final here from East Brunswick High School, the Bears 61, the Bombers of Sayreville 29. So for Phil Hill and Jim Allinder, I'm John Meggiolaro saying thanks for being with us.